Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Safety! Dropped in the end zone. It's Niehaus. Feldman, that one will get in. That's a good point right there. A shot coming here. That's a goal. Lifted to left center field. Gets off the warning track into the wall. Transition three. Boom! Knocks that one down. And it's a goal. What a beautiful play. Dutton, look what I found over the first. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! There he goes.
Your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV. Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to the Marshalltown Roundhouse for a KFJB-TV only broadcast tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. Welcome in as the Polar Bears will take on your Marshalltown Bobcats coming up in just a little bit. The girls' game going right now. We'll get you bonus coverage of that in just a little bit. But the Bobcat boys coming off of a loss last night right here at home, 59-54. You heard that one with Dylan and the game last night. And Coach Apple alluded to it, just a little bit of the effort and coming out of the gate, a little bit of a slow start. They'll have to be off to a really good start here tonight because this Des Moines North team behind Julian CA, head coach, has really turned it around. And right now 5-3. They're 4-1 in the Iowa Alliance Conference South side of things. JJ CA, the son of the head coach, a freshman a year ago, played well, but he's continued to take another step ahead this year as he's averaging 9 points per game in his sophomore season. This is a team that's going to put up a lot of points. They turned over the Bobcats 20 times a year ago in this matchup, so the Bobcats will have to be good on that side of things. Our Cat Connection tonight, we're going to talk to Ava Kuzaro. She is the senior and a leader on the girls wrestling program. We'll talk to her coming up, plus our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, bonus coverage of the girls game, right? Well, welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bonus coverage of our girls' game here tonight on KFJB-TV. Millie Heitman, a nice first half. Bobcats shutting out the Polar Bears. And continuing that here in the third as they're up 35-0 now after that last basket. Bobcat girls lost last night 54-23 to Cedar Rapids Jefferson, but bouncing back in a good way here tonight. Polar Bears come into this one 0-7. Bobcats are 4-7 as they look well on their way to their fifth victory of the season. A foul inside on the Polar Bears. That will send Morgan Hildebrand to the line for two. As we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter and a running clock in the fourth. Taking a look at the Bobcat boys team, getting antsy, getting ready to go here tonight against the high-flying Polar Bears. This Des Moines East girls basketball team lost to Des Moines East in a tough one, 34-32 on Friday night. Bobcats 0-5 in their last 5. Hildebrand's first no good, but the second one good. As the freshman continues to improve on the season, Morgan Hildebrand shooting it at 38% from the free throw line, just 3 of 8 on the season coming into tonight. Long-range shot on the baseline, no good from the far side by Haley Rocha. Freshman guard. As Bobcats bring it up, Jansen to Heitman, and they swing inside. I think we're going to have a travel. And it is a turnover with a running clock here. Final 25 seconds will remain to North. Three from the left wing, no good by Velasquez. Bobcats get the rebound with Frankie Long. Millie Heitman does not know the game clock about to ready to expire. She dribbles towards the Bobcat bench. And we head to the fourth quarter. Bobcats leading 36-0. This is bonus coverage of the girls.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Get a live look at the Bobcat girls huddle in between the third and fourth quarter, taking a 36-0 lead to the fourth quarter. Here against the visiting North Polar Bears. Brandon Lewis with you tonight, our producer on scene. David Praga, Lincoln Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera work. Great to have you watching on YouTube.com/@KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like button and support our broadcast here tonight, as well as hit subscribe and turn on those upcoming game notifications and alerts so you don't miss anything like Bobcat Live, which will be Thursday night at Wayward Social. Look forward to that one. We'll talk girls and boys basketball, also talk wrestling cheer, and we'll have boys and girls bowling on as well. So action-packed as Dylan Dose will be hosting coming up on Thursday nights. Running clock in the fourth quarter as Bobcats have that big 36-0 lead inside. Frankie Long, turn around off the glass, good for 2. Frankie Long with 6 points tonight. Kinsley Bowie, now a week under her belt, back in the lineup after fracturing her ankle. Heitman steal, layup good all the way. And Heitman with 12 to lead the Cats tonight. $40-0 the count. Straight on 3 is no good. Take a look at that replay on that last steal by Heitman. Taking it all the way for 2. North with the steal. They'll take it all the way, and layup is good. That's the first bucket of the night as Fada Margaret able to score that one for the North Polar Bears. Now North will come up with a steal. Bobcats get it back, though. Bowie all the way in, and that one is going to be a foul as Bowie comes up a little bit strong. Still 40-2 our score. A travel by North, it looked like for a moment, but no call. A three hits off the left side of the iron for Weidheimer. Actually, that was Caroline Brown, the freshman guard. Hildebrand in response. Runners no good in the paint. Martin with the rebound for the Bobcats as we approach the 4-minute mark. North tips away a pass intended for Kinsley Bowie. And they say actually Bowie got a piece of that, so it'll be North basketball. Velasquez up high. And I believe we're going to see a reach-in foul. So the senior in Ruby Brenrostro will pick up her first foul of the night as the clock continues to count past 3.5 minutes. Coming up on Friday night, Bobcats will be on the road at Roosevelt. Take on the Rough Riders. And on the inbound pass, Georgia Jansen's going to pick up her second foul of the evening. Three off the right side of the iron for Velasquez. Hildebrand got the rebound. She brings it up over midcourt. Swings to Myerton. She'll take the long-range jumper for two. Gets her own rebound. Bobcats reverse it around the perimeter. Jansen baseline drive off the mark. Polar Bears with a rebound, but lose it as Myerton picks up the loose ball. She'll drive to left block, puts a shot up, strong. And off of Myerton, out of bounds. Hildebrand almost forcing a turnover right there. Couldn't quite do so. Pass to Haley Rocha near side. Picked off now by Hildebrand. She's going to go down the left side of the paint. Layup, go. Oh, just rolls off the right side. Thought she was going to get that to go. 90 seconds left now. And Hildebrand works her way back in. Finds another steal late here. Jansen open in the near side corner. They'll find her. She'll drive baseline. Pass to Polar Bear, and the layup is good. Jansen with 11. So Jansen with 11. Heitman with 12. Hildebrand has 6 as she controls the basketball. Myerton tries her luck from the left wing, follows her shot. Bobcats get the ball back after Myerton not able to convert on the three. About a 3-second delay between the shot clock and the game clock. Myerton drives inside, has her pocket picked. Gwen Rostro hits the deck, trying to get the basketball back and gets a tie-up. Possession arrow is with the Bobcats. So, final seconds will be the Bobcat way. Hildebrand looks in with 5 seconds. Myerton catches it. Aguanaga has it, top of the key. Time runs out, and that's a final. As the Bobcat ladies take down the North Polar Bears. And the Bobcats break a losing streak with the victory here tonight. Go to 5-7 on the season. Polar Bears drop to 0-8. As the Polar Bears on their schedule coming up on Friday night. Actually, they're going to take on Des Moines East coming up on Friday night. So just faced them a couple days ago. They'll have a revisit with them. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats at Roosevelt on Friday, at halftime of our boys game, we'll talk to Victoria's head coach Brian Murphy for the Bobcat girls. 42-2, a final as the Bobcat ladies dominate here on a Super Tuesday. Tip-off between the Polar Bears and the Bobcats on the boys' side coming up around the corner. Next, it is our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashong Agency, State Farm, mtownproud.com, and our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. You're watching Bobcat basketball. This is KFJB-TV.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Cat Connection, sponsored by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection. That's right, all brought to you by State Farm, Tyler Prashong Agency, mtownproud.com. Here with senior wrestler for the Marshalltown girls wrestling team, Ava Kuzaro, wrestling at 130 weight class this year in your senior season. I know you've racked up 8 wins so far, so tell me a little bit about, kind of in your eyes, how your season has gone so far.
Honestly, my season is going pretty good. I'm in a little slope right now coming back to wrestling after having a little break, but trying to work my way back up and hopefully finish the season off good.
Of course, the girls' team went 5-0 at the Allie Morrison duels. How fun was that?
That was a lot of fun, and being able to win our home tournament is good for us, too.
Yeah. So you've been kind of along for the big stretch here as far as kicking off the girls wrestling program. Now Isaiah Cox has taken over, first-year head coach, and you have your own girls head coach and that kind of thing. So in your eyes, how's the development of the girls program here been?
It's going good. Being able to have a coach that's designated towards us and not splitting his time, we're able to have more one-on-one per wrestler and not having cross deal with both girls and boys. So it's good.
And the success obviously has kind of fallen in there as well. So what's it like to see, you've got a good group of girls out and that are competing hard every match?
It's good to see that we have more girls being able to build from, being able to have one-on-one support, and just having the girls keep coming up, being able to have fun and want to keep doing this sport is wonderful.
All right, so goals for the rest of the season because, conference is right around the corner on the 21st and state qualifying is on the 31st. So what are you kind of looking for out of yourself and what are your kind of goals?
My goals are the girls that I've lost to against recently. I see them coming up, so being able to beat them to push myself and build my boost up a little more is something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. All right, so senior year, I know obviously you wrestle, that kind of thing. What other activities in school, that kind of thing, are you involved in?
I'm involved in Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and that's all I'm really in right now.
Yeah. How does that help you kind of maybe be a team leader on this girls wrestling program?
Big Brothers, Big Sisters, being able to be there for someone else and being able to tell them about other things before they know about it is good, pushing them to do something that they didn't know about.
All right, last question. Allie Morrison, obviously a big-time wrestler in Bobcat history. You know, you have the girls wrestling program now. The tradition of wrestling and kind of helping kind of lay that foundation, you kind of have a sense of pride in that?
Yeah, being able to be here for Marshalltown knowing about past is good. So.
Yeah. Well, best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, that is Ava Kuzero with our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Pashong, State Farm Agency, mtownproud.com.
At Tyler Pashong State Farm, we are M-Town proud.
For us, M-Town proud is about having absolute pride in the place that we live and work. The people in this community represent everything that I believe in and everything I want to instill in my children.
Hardworking,
Diverse,
genuine,
kind, and passionate.
A blue-collar town that has shown countless times we can depend on each other.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off, it is the Bobcats and the Polar Bears inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse tonight. Welcome in head coach Mike Apple. Coach, your team coming off a tight loss last night against the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks, and I was listening to kind of some of your post-game comments on that one, about your team not kind of maybe being ready to come out last night. You know, when you have a week like this where you've got 3 games lined up, that kind of thing is, and, you know, obviously at the high school level, that kind of thing, what's kind of the way you get your team ready and prepared to go to make sure, you know, the next night they come out and they're good to go?
Well, ultimately, it's just kind of what we talked about after the game, and just every player has their own way of getting ready. So we got to respect that a little bit more and understand how I get ready for a game might be different than somebody else. So we have to just mentally be prepared to win a basketball game, and I just felt like collectively our guys didn't do a great job of that last night.
You know, coming into tonight, a team that, you know, has had some success previous years in, you know, even postseason play, getting to Wells Fargo, 5-6 years ago. A little bit of a drop-off, but it seems like Julie and CA kind of getting their program around. This is a team like, you know, you look for team identities. This is a team that really wants to kind of push the issue. They want to turn you over. They want to get some quick shots. So how do you kind of match that against what you faced a night ago and you kind of move into this matchup?
Well, we got to do a much better job of taking care of the ball. They're going to pressure us, and they're going to full court press, and that's what they rely on is they want to speed you up and get points off turnovers. They want you to play quick, and they're really good in transition to get about getting it out and attacking that rim. And the more we can keep it a half court game tonight, the better. Where they're gonna shoot a lot of threes, but we would rather have them doing that than getting out in transition and getting steals off turnovers where they're getting easy baskets and getting layups.
You know, as you get into the thick of conference play here tonight, a game like this, you get North at home, the one time you'll meet them this year. How big is a home game like this as you talk to your players to get them ready for this one?
Yeah, you know, obviously it gives us a little advantage, you would hope, being at home and bring some energy and play with passion and play hard, you know, just do those things that we talk about every game and just be consistent with it to where – last night we didn't do a great job of that, but, you know, short-term memory, erase it from your minds. You get another great opportunity to play a basketball game tonight and correct some of those things.
Obviously, Kyle Smith is one of the players we talk about a lot because he's a very productive player, had over 20 points last night. But I thought it was interesting kind of your comment about his maturation and asking questions in practices or games and, you know, that kind of thing. So how much do you kind of lean on a player like that as kind of a representation of your program and a team leader?
You know, it's great. Because he's about winning and he wants to win, and he approaches every day with how to do that. His mindset, you know, how hard he practices. He doesn't take days off. You know, I think I said this last year. we can't remember a time he's had a bad practice where it seemed like he didn't want to be there. And that's really hard to find for high schoolers, just because they're at that age where they're figuring some things out, and you're going to have times where they're off, but he is on all the time, and you can tell that's just his love for the passion for the game, and he wants to do it. And that's a trickle-down effect of if you see a guy like that and he demands more out of his teammates, other guys will do it too.
I'm sure last question for you here, but as you get ready, you played last night, you come into tonight. What's kind of the 24 hours in between like? Do you guys, have a plan in place for your players, a little shoot around, I'm guessing, earlier today?
Yeah, we had a kind of normal deal where we go through our scout, go through North, watch film on them and understand what their strengths are and what we need to do to win the game. And yeah, we can't use the excuse of we just played last night, we're tired, we have tired legs. We have to be ready to play tonight and play hard, and if we need a break, we need to have guys step up on the bench and take those minutes and be ready to play.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Polar Bears and Bobcats coming up in just a little bit. We'll take a look at the starting five for both squads right here on the countdown to tip-off.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. And State Farm. mtownproud.com.
Marshalltown Bobcats getting warmed up, ready to go against their rival in the Des Moines North Polar Bears here tonight in an Iowa Alliance Conference North versus South matchup. All right, let's get to tonight's starting lineups. All brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you this starting lineup. First off for the North Polar Bears, behind fourth-year head man Julian C.A. 5-3, 4-1 in Iowa Alliance South action here tonight. They lost over a week ago to Des Moines Roosevelt, who the Bobcats will see on Friday night, 77-66. This team is averaging 68 points per game, giving up an average of 62. Would anticipate tonight being a little more high-scoring than we saw a night ago. All right, five looks like this. T'Angelo Bush, 5 points per game, 1 rebound per game, a 5'9 sophomore guard. In a single matchup last year against these two teams, North won it by 20, 57-37 was the final score. Bush had 3 points in that matchup. Number 10, J.J. C.A. Jr., son of head coach Julian C.A., 9 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, and he shoots it at 43% from three-point land, a 5'8 sophomore guard. Number 11, Aaron Poe will start tonight, averages 8.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, is a 6'2 senior guard, Aaron Poe. Number 22, DeCorian White, averaging 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a 6'3 senior forward. A year ago in this matchup, 9 points and 8 rebounds. And rounding out the starting five for the Polar Bears tonight, Terrian McNeely, 14.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, shoots at 73% at the free throw line. He is a 6-foot senior. For this North Polar Bears squad, they average 17 turnovers a game, 13 assists, and they rebound nearly 30 rebounds per game, which is higher than the Bobcats. They are on a 3-game winning streak, 4-1 in their last 5 games. All right, for head coach Mike Apple and his Marshalltown Bobcats, dropped to 3-7 with the loss last night right here in the Roundhouse, 59-54 to Cedar Rapids Jefferson. His team averaging 47 points per game, giving up an average of 55. Last night, 16 turnovers, 9 assists. They went just 8 of 24 from three-point territory. Didn't do a whole lot about being aggressive inside and drawing fouls. Just 0 of 2 from the free throw line a night ago. Number 1, Jamison Niehaus will go tonight. A 6-foot sophomore guard averaging 4 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. Number 3, Drake Gersma. He's the point guard. He'll run the offense. 10.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals. Kind of a do-it-all man, a 6-foot sophomore guard in Drake Gersma. Number 10, Kyle Smith, averaging 19 points per game, 6 rebounds, and a 77% free throw shooter, a 6'4 junior guard. Number 24, Lamar Johnson, the senior at 6 foot, will get the start. 6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game. Did not play a year ago due to injury in this matchup. And number 30, Jacob Hayes will start, averaging just over 6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, shooting at 30% from long distance. He is a 6'2 junior, coming off a 7-rebound night last night with 4 points against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Bobcats 1-4 in their last 5. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Looking to snap that here tonight on their home floor before heading on the road coming up on Friday. That's our starting lineups. Again, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver a pizza for you while we deliver you those starting lineups. Yeah, Rob Sandvik, I believe he ordered pizzas possibly for the North Polar Bears, or at least he delivered. I'm not sure. Either way, he's a nice guy. I could see him doing both. All right, this is our countdown to tip-off. When we come back, we'll get tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by First Rate Real Estate. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Jacob Hayes. No good. Lamar Johnson, no rebound. Takes down left wing 3. Splash.
That kid's going to be a good one.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. The Bobcats and the Polar Bears tonight inside the Roundhouse, and it is very polar vortex-like outside. Just 7 degrees right now, but warm and toasty
inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Little pink action in the student section tonight as they're all fired up to go. We are just about ready to go for our matchup here tonight. Let's get our keys to the game, all sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Well, for the Bobcats, thin ice. Yeah, right now on a 3-game losing streak. Look to put an end to that, but also slipping, sliding around. Don't want to be turning over the basketball. Really the main thing here tonight. 13 turnovers a game is what the Bobcats average. Not too bad, actually, especially against higher-level opponents like Ames. But a year ago in this game, Bobcats had, I think I mentioned 20. It was actually 30 turnovers a year ago in this matchup, and a 20-point loss on the road at Des Moines North. So Bobcats simply just cannot be turning it over here tonight at that kind of rate, and then have poor shooting. A year ago, they were 6 of 19 from three-point territory and hit just half of their free throws, 7 of 14. So anyway, Bobcats going to have to be good, especially on the offensive end, to convert here tonight against the North Polar Bears. Meanwhile, for the Polar Bears, keeping it wintry, White out. Yeah, Decorian White, 9 points, 8 rebounds a year ago in this matchup. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game, 14 points per game. He's kind of that extra threat. He's at 6'3", probably going to see Lamar Johnson 3 inches shorter matching up on him here tonight. Lamar might be on JJCA as well, too. We'll kind of see how those matchups go, but nevertheless, White could be kind of that difference maker. Not only can he shoot it inside at over 50% from the floor, but he shoots at 25% if you leave him open from three-point territory. So that is our keys to the game here tonight between the Polar Bears and the Bobcats, all brought to you by First Rate Real Estate. We'll join the starting lineups when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships and healthy lifestyles,
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats getting ready to go against the North Polar Bears tonight. Polar Bears 5-3, Bobcats 3-7, looking for a big conference victory here on their home floor. Well, 8 minutes on the clock as we get set for tip-off. Bobcats will be in their white tops and bottoms here at home. And let's get a listen in on our starting lineups inside the Roundhouse. Look, our crowd inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, prepared for this one tonight. Conference battle
in the Conference of Champions on a Super Tuesday. Brandon Lewis with you. David Braga, our producer. Lincoln Eastman, Keith Stewart on camera work. As head coach Mike Apple talks with his team before we get tipped off here tonight. Bobcats at home in their last two losses. Jefferson 59-54 last night, and Friday 60-30 to Ames. So a big morale boost to get the victory here tonight. Out to jump for the Polar Bears, DeCorian White. Lamar Johnson to jump for the Bobcats. And we are underway as White will win the tip. North wearing the all-black tops and bottoms. A little pink accent as well as the dark green. A blow-by on the way to the rack by Say. No good, but North gets the ball back, and they're going to ring in a three. Terrian McNeely from the far side corner will open up the scoring here tonight. And North on top early. And now a reach-in foul promptly. Believe this is going to come in on McNeely, who just made that three as he was stepping out on Gersma, the guard. So McNeely will pick up the foul, his first of the night, first team foul. Gersma getting the inbound pass, dribbling to the near side, calling for Lamar Johnson to move closer. Hayes, now they're swinging around the perimeter. Back to Johnson near side. Niehaus looking to create, tries to get it back out, tip to Kyle Smith, but he gathers it. Now they try to beat the defense, backside, shot skims off the iron, no good for Hayes. As the horn went off there for a shot clock violation, that one coming just before the end of it. McNeely top, Lamar Johnson blocks the shots. What a great defensive play there for Lamar. And that is the matchup we will see. Taryn McNeely, guarded by Lamar Johnson, now White inside, kicks out, far side corner, three, pops in and out. McNeely, though, doing the big, tough work. Actually, that's White. Inside, rebound, put back good. White has two, and it's 5-0 North. Bobcats feeling that pressure in the backcourt. Near the timeline, 10 seconds. Hayes holding on to the basketball too long. Turnover, Cats. D'Angelo Bush inbounding. Say controlling it. Bounce pass over to the near side corner. Back up top to White. Drives down the left side. A foul and a hold on the floor, they say, against Jacob Hayes. That'll be his first of the night. Ball will be inbounded, baseline left side. Say, catch and shoot, left wing three is good. Second three of the night as McNeely knocked one down earlier. It's 8-0 North. Gersma behind the back over midcourt. Tries to go baseline, has to try to get it to Hayes. Now looking for somebody cutting over to Hayes. Gersma gets a screen for Lamar Johnson. Gives it to Lamar, down the paint, and good. Puts it off the glass for two, and Lamar Johnson, first bucket, first Bobcat bucket, down by 6. Little dump off, and it's good as DeCorian White has his second bucket of the night. 8-point lead for North. Bobcats figuring out their best way to break this backcourt pressure, and it's a turnover as Niehaus loses it out of bounds on the near side. Right in front of the scorer's table, D'Angelo Bush will inbound. Over and back called. I'm not sure if that was tipped or what, but It will be Bobcat basketball on that over and back call. Checking into the matchup, Zane Moore. Replacing Niehaus. Gersma swings right wing. Feed to Kyle Smith. Jumper at the free throw line's no good. Say over the timeline. Picked up by Gersma. Handoff up top to Aaron Poe. Poe loses it. Gersma, slick dribbling over midcourt. One-handed pass to Hayes, but can't control it. Looking at his hands. And they were not able to complete the play. Well, unfortunately, those are the ones you got to have if you're Jacob Hayes. Down by 8 to North. Say to the left wing, handoff. Poe feeds it back, backside, wide open. DeCorian White with we'll rule it a half dunk right there. Rim kind of held him up, but he wasn't able to push that one up. Now a jump ball, turnover on the Bobcats as possession arrow with North. Say, top of the key. Swing past left wing. Open was Bush, but hesitates. Now drives. And the long-range jumper from 10 foot out. No good. Bobcats getting the rebound. Still not over the timeline. Got to get it over. Getting close to a 10-second call just in time. Losing the basketball. Gersma, Lamar Johnson had it for a second. He gets it back from Kyle Smith. Turnaround jumper. Good as it hits all sides of the iron and drops in. Lamar with all four for the Cats. White with the long pass to the left wing. Three is off the mark. Bush not able to knock that down. He shoots it from 34% for a long distance. Bobcats trying to beat the zone defense. Can't. Hayes with the three is no good, but Kyle Smith got the rebound, and the free throw line jumper is good. Kyle Smith's first bucket of the night as we are 2.5 minutes down here in the first quarter. Poe, top of the key, crossover against Zane Moore. Comes up short on the floater. Kyle Smith with the basketball. Kyle Smith, a little pressure. Lost the basketball. They get it back, though. Lamar Johnson wide open left block. A slap from behind. DeCorian White misses. Lamar Johnson with 6. And the Cats are back within 4. Drake Gersma encouraging his defense on here. Say with a 3 from nowhere, and it's off the front of the iron. Lamar Johnson with a rebound, clear out to Gersma on the near side. Zane Moore, far side corner, dribbles out, right wing. Kyle Smith off a screen, left open, 3, pops in and out. Lamar Johnson with a tough rebound. Gersma traveled. Jamison Niehaus back into the contest, replacing Jacob Hayes. Good effort, though. Lamar Johnson tonight with 6 points and one of those great buckets and a great find by Kyle Smith to pick up the assist. So Gersma's turnover, a few substitutions on each side of things. Nazir Lamar has checked in as he now brings the basketball over the midcourt. Left wing, he'll kind of give the indication to Demir Coleman, who's also checked in. Left block, he'll go to work. And Lamar Johnson backside picks up a foul. Just caught him on the arm. 2 shots coming for Demir Coleman. Coleman, a 43% free throw shooter this season. As a team, North 65%. And the left-handed shot is no good on the first of 2 free throws. Second free throw will ring in for Coleman. 13-8 North. Fourth-year head coach Julian Say looking on as the Bobcats get into the front court, and as Gersma had it, a reach-in foul is going to be called on Nazir Lamar. His second team foul here in the first. There's 1:03 remaining in the first quarter. The Owls inbounding right in front of the Polar Bear bench. Jacob Hayes, near side corner, feeds Kyle Smith, jumper. In the paint, knocks it down. 4 for Smith. 45 to go, first quarter. Top of the key, left wide open, McNeely. Three's just off the right side. White swipe for the rebound, couldn't get it. Lamar missed on the rebound put back, so did Coleman. Now they find Lamar cutting to the left block, and it's off the glass for 2. Nazir Lamar with his first bucket of the night. Gersman with an awkward body pass to Zane Moore, getting it over the timeline. Find Kyle Smith, free throw line. Tried to go left block, but turned around, hit the side of the backboard. At midcourt is turned over. Hayes up court to Kyle Smith, but time rolls out. It won't count. And we'll head to the second quarter. As that one won't go down, it's 15-10. Bobcats trail after 1 inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
Back inside the Roundhouse on a Super Tuesday. Bobcats trailing by 5 at the end of the first quarter. Bobcats led in scoring in that quarter by Lamar Johnson, who had 6 of the Bobcats' 10 points. 6 for DeCorian White to lead the Polar Bears. Bobcats needing a big victory here on their home floor tonight. A bit of a rough stretch. Polar Bears 3-0 in their last 3, and Bobcats on a 3-game losing streak. Bobcats get the basketball to begin the second quarter. Gersma finds Niehaus, drops it in. Lamar Johnson again, and Johnson with 8 on the night. Say over the 10-second line, dribbles to the right wing, finds backdoor, wide open. Demir Coleman buries that one home for 2. He has 3. It's 17-12. Gersma over the Cat logo at midcourt. Swings to Niehaus left wing. Johnson flashing into the paint. Kyle Smith off a screen. Now Gersma top. Kyle Smith, a little bit off of his screen, and he feels it. Didn't get that 3 to go before the buzzer at the end of the first, but he makes up for it right here. And gets that one to go. And in transition, DeCorian White inside. He'll draw a foul. That'll come in on Jamison Niehaus, his first of the night. DeCorian White going to the line, 77% free throw shooting team on the season. As a team, 65, 4% better than what the Bobcats do on the season. And White, with his first trip to the line tonight, will knock down the first. One thing as of recent, the Bobcats have not won the line a lot in the last 4 or 5 games. White almost stepped over the line there on the free throw, but knocks it down. He has 8 to lead the Polar Bears, who lead 19-15. Kyle Smith, good find by Lamar Johnson. And Kyle Smith with 9 points, give the assist to Lamar Johnson, and that will force Julian Say to call a timeout. It's down to a 2-point game in the Roundhouse on Super Tuesday.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
Hey, it's James in the house, home of the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.
Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to Brian Murphy of the girls team, who defeated North 42-2. All brought to you by Scouting America. Turnover by North out of the timeout. Bobcats looking to take the lead. Down by 2. Ursma speeding ahead over the timeline. Drops it to Hayes. 3, quick trigger. It's long. And 2 Cats there fighting over the rebound. They'll lose it out of bounds. Finals in girls basketball tonight. Ankeny takes down Waukee 57-45. A final there. Get you some scores on the boys' side of things as well tonight. Long range 3 is no good on the far side wing by Javion Hansen, who shoots it from 21% from long range. Lamar down low, gets tied up. And a foul down low. I believe that's going to come in on Nazir Lamar, his second foul of the night. Say a little too much contact there with Lamar Johnson. He got the good feed. Boy, that's really been an emphasis tonight for the Cats offensively to find Lamar Johnson, who has 8 tonight. Bobcats inbound. Now swing it to Kyle Smith. Why not? Off the right side of the iron, out bounds back to the Polar Bears. So that was to take the lead. Couldn't get it to go for Kyle Smith. Around the Iowa Alliance Conference tonight, Des Moines East and Fort Dodge, Des Moines Lincoln and Waterloo East, Mason City and Roosevelt. We'll update you on those games as the night goes along if we get some scores to pile in here. Lamar playing with those 2 fouls, gets it out to the top of the key to Hansen. Hansen feeds free throw line to Coleman, feeds out and open. Lamar, the far side corner, knocks down his first 3 of the night. He has 5 on the evening. It's 22-17. Unfortunately, a lot of dribbling to nowhere for Gersma. It's a turnover all the way. North misses it twice. And the rebound by Demir Coleman. He's fouled on the way up, they say. So 2 free throws coming for Coleman. Aaron Poe just missed the bunny initially there. Second trip of the night for Coleman. He misses the first one. 1 of 3 at the line. And can't hit the second one, so just 1 of 4 tonight at the line for Coleman. Kyle Smith handing off to Lamar Johnson. Now hand off to Gersma. Looking back door, and Gersma, I think Kyle Smith was cutting, but he did not. And sails that one out of bounds. Aaron Poe into the front court. Dishes to Lamar, his second. Actually, no, that's Javion Hanson. And that'll be his first bucket of the night. It's a three from the far side corner. 8-point lead. Gersma a little sloppy with the basketball. To gather it in. Hayes fires. Right wing three, no good. Poe will push the issue. Now settles down at the free throw line. And they'll set up the offense. Until a long-range three by McNeely from straight ons off the mark. Kyle Smith with the rebound. He'll bring it up far side of the court. And you can hear head coach Mike Apple calling for a timeout. 3:45 second quarter. North on a little run as we head to a quick timeout. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Adam Boone. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Marshalltown pep band feeling it tonight as we come back from a timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. Bobcats will be on offense. This is a team averaging 13 turnovers per game, 9 assists per game, and 24 rebounds per game as well. But looking to figure things out. Just 1-4 in their last 5 games. And a win here tonight would do some wonders as the Bobcats getting ready to head on the road. Kyle Smith. Over to Gersma. Now feeds back to Kyle Smith. 3 pops in and out. No good. McNeely hauls in the rebound. Up to Poe. And out of bounds. Last touch by the Polar Bears. Gersma picked up his dribble, got trapped. That's kind of a bugaboo right there, a mistake by the young sophomore guard. Got himself into some trouble. Get bailed out there as it will stay with the Bobcats. That's definitely something you can't do against North because they bring that help like they did right there. And there they bring the help up again. Gersma's going to push through it. Almost traveled into the paint, but the floater is good, and Gersma's first bucket of the night. Here's a floater. White dribbles to the free throw line, almost loses it, feeds. Hanson 3, can't get it to go, but a rebound by Coleman inside. He'll kick it out. And over to Poe, they work it. Now back again, Hanson, why not? And he converts this time. His second 3 of the night. 28-19. Five threes here in the first half by North. Gersma, underhand flip to Zane Moore on the far side corner, and it travels. Zane Moore moving that pivot foot with 2:11 to go before halftime. It's North basketball. Demir Coleman, a roll. Now he feeds right wing. Open is McNeely. 3 is off the mark. Lamar Johnson with a rebound. Gets it to Kyle Smith, who will push it over midcourt. Back to Lamar Johnson. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Hand off, underhand to Gersma. Down left side of the paint, scoop and score. It's good. Gersma's game at the free throw line and from three-point territory, still a work in progress, but when he's able to drive and create, good inside. Straight on three, no good this time. Power by numbers for Hansen. Why not again? Second one in a row, no good. Kyle Smith ends it with the rebound. 1:20 remaining before halftime. Gersma over the midcourt stripe. Niehaus, pump fake the three. Doesn't decide to draw. Zane Moore. And that pass just not where it needed to be to Kyle Smith, but it works out. They feed to Lamar Johnson, a near turnover. Johnson with 10 in the game. Single-handedly keeping the Cats in this one. 28-23. Hansen, the drive to the rack, and scoops and scores it for two. Hansen having a big second quarter. He has 8. Lamar Johnson with a feed down from Zane Moore for 2. 12 for Lamar in the first half. 5-point game. 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. North holding on to it. Aaron Poe. 29% from downtown. We'll see what they draw up. Well, hang on here as Gersma steps in defensively. Niehaus comes out. Feed to Coleman. Coleman flips near side corner. Out of bounds. Turnover on North off the hands of the hot shooting Hansen. And so the final 8 will remain for the Bobcats as we'll see a full court press being put on. Up to Hayes. And across the circle, Hayes drives all the way in. Tough shot, can't get it. Lamar Johnson with 14 first half points to end it, and it cuts it down to a 3-point game. 30-27 our score at the break. Lamar Johnson having a night. Bobcats looking for the big win and looking to break their 3-game losing streak. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Bobcats closing out the second quarter in good fashion. They score 17 points in that quarter, outscoring North to get back within 3. It's 30-27 at halftime. Leading scorer for the Marshalltown Bobcats, Lamar Johnson, just doing the dirty work tonight down in the paint. 14 points tonight for the senior. As Jacob Hayes, right before halftime, missing the shot, but Lamar Johnson gets the basketball on the putback. Kyle Smith with 9, Drake Gersma with 4 at halftime. 8 points by Javion Hansen off the bench for North. 3 for Demir Coleman. Nazir Lamar with 5. 3 for JJCA. DeCorian White with 8. And Terrian McNeely with 3 at halftime. 30-27 our halftime score. We'll check in with head coach Brian Murphy, head coach for the girls basketball team, which won earlier tonight. That's coming up next on our halftime show. All presented by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on, online at scoutingiowa.org. This is Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
When my kids come home from camp, they're so excited. They go on and on about all the activities they got to do.
My son loves to go fishing,
Cooking, photography, kayaking,
zip line, archery,
robotics, camping, oceanography,
swimming,
and radio.
He's got so many fun stories that he would share that we just wouldn't have otherwise.
Being involved in scouting, my boys have made lifelong friendships.
I would recommend putting your kids in scouting. It's a great way for them to learn skills while having fun.
Marshalltown Community School District announces that preschool sign-up begins February 3rd for children who will be 4 on or before September 15th. Sign up early as spaces do fill up. Marshalltown's preschool program ensures every child has access to high-quality early education in a welcoming and supportive environment. The preschool program is tuition-free with no fees to sign up. Contact the preschool coordinator at 641-754-1000 for more information. You'll need proof of your child's age, address, and immunization records in order to sign up.
The Halftime Report, presented by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Brandon Lewis with you tonight on KFJB-TV. Now joined by Brian Murphy, girls basketball head coach. Coach, tonight 42-2. He didn't allow the first bucket of the night until I believe it was the fourth quarter against North. But what really impressed me was a player like Morgan Hildebrand. She had 6 points here tonight. I thought, especially late when she was getting some good minutes there, really controlled the basketball. She looked a little more comfortable here tonight. As you see this team kind of progress, pick up your 5th victory of the season, how happy were you with this performance here tonight?
Yeah, and that was one of the things we were really talking about both pregame and at halftime, is we needed to make sure that we were taking things out of a game that got lopsided pretty quick. And so you're absolutely right. Morgan did a really good job of looking for penetration. That's what we've been trying to get her to do, is look to penetrate off the catch and not hesitate right away. So she had a couple really nice ones there toward the end of the game where you could feel her rhythm starting to get in there a little bit.
Georgia Jansen with another nice night. She had 11, but man, Millie Heitman, she had 12, and it continues to impress me, kind of the year over year, her feel, her comfortability. Sometimes you kind of have to remind yourself, oh, she's still just a junior, same as Georgia Jansen, but I'm sure you have to be happy with a performance like this here tonight with those two ladies taking their step forward too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Millie is, I mean, she is somebody that loves to pass the ball, and often shooting is almost an afterthought. And you can see that mentality slowly starting to change. She's starting to recognize where she can do some damage. And so we're really happy with her growth and her aggressiveness. We're second straight night in double figures for her, and that's what we're going to need out of her consistently. And, you know, Georgia's somebody that really thrives when the ball's zipping around, when she's getting steals and transition buckets. So, you know, she's one of those people where you don't realize how fast she's moving until you see somebody next to her and she's just going past them. And so that it's something that we love to get her in the open floor whenever we can.
A year ago in this game, you kind of went into the North game thinking, hey, good chance to get a victory. Boy, by the skin of your teeth, Amara Johnson hit a layup and Capeyu was able to close out the game. It was a really tight one. But in a game where you come in, you know you got to win it. But not only did you win it 42-2, does that say more about how this team is still kind of coming together and gelling as they, you know, you take care of business like you're expected to?
Yeah, it does, and I think knowing that we had an unusual game last night where we really walked out of that game feeling like we did not look like ourselves, it was good to get back into it, see the ball go through the hoop a little bit, and get back into a rhythm, because it feels like we've been just a little out of sync the last couple games. We got to get ourselves back going and try to get our positive momentum going forward.
All right, Roosevelt on Friday night. What do you know about them?
They are very deep. Coincidentally, a number of transfers from North are now playing for Roosevelt, so sometimes the rich get richer a little bit. So we know they're going to be deep, they're going to run, they're going to get out, and they just sub because they are 10, 11 deep. So we know we're going to have to be ready for a variety of different types of players, and it's going to need to be a lot of discipline on the defensive end, recognizing who we're guarding, who's on the floor at any given time.
Is the transfer portal open for any Ankeny or Ankeny Centennial players to come to Marshalltown?
They got to move here first, but it's funny. Sometimes those transfer locations seem to keep popping up the same every time. So
that is for sure. Thanks for the time tonight, Brian.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Brian Murphy with our halftime report here as the girls win it again 42-2. We'll have their game coming up on Friday night at 6:15 right here on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Marshalltown Area Chamber. Meet in Marshalltown.com. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. And McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, quality furniture for every room in your home.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Brandon Lewis with you tonight on KFJB-TV. There you look, Butch, Stacy, everybody hard at it here tonight inside the Roundhouse. Bobcats leading 30-20, or trailing 30-27 at halftime. Other scores around the state in boys basketball. Waukee right now leading Ankeny Centennial, or Ankeny, 20-16 is our current score. And that all the ones here from Central Iowa as of right now. But Waukee Northwest taking on Johnston tonight inside the Iowa Alliance. Mason City Roosevelt, Des Moines Lincoln, Waterloo East, Des Moines East, and Fort Dodge also going on tonight in Iowa Alliance Conference action. Des Moines Hoover out of conference tonight. They're taking on Southeast Polk. Bobcats being led by Lamar Johnson, 14 points at halftime. We'll see if they can keep it going in the second half. That's next here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Bobcats, good effort here tonight in the first half. Looking to bounce back after a tough loss, 59-54 last night to Jefferson. And the Bobcats will switch halves. And they'll operate on the right side of your TV screen here on KFJB-TV on the offensive end. Des Moines North with the all-black uniforms tonight. They will get the basketball to start off the second half. Inside, drives to Corian White. Gets it over to McNeely, left wing. Now back to the top of the key to D'Angelo Bush. Bush, a little awkward pass there to McNeely, but gets it to White, and his long-range jumper's off the mark, no good. And the Bobcats get the rebound. They'll push it up court with Gersma. Bobcats looking to maybe tie the game right out of halftime here. Niehaus, right wing, skip pass over to Kyle Smith to tie. And he can't. Off the back of the iron, no good. Lamar Johnson tried to sky for the rebound. Couldn't quite haul that one back in. Aaron Poe hands it off to Bush. Now back to Poe, far side corner. Drives a free throw line, picks up the dribble. Say at the top of the key, bounce pass back to Poe. Drop it into White. He'll go to work. Kyle Smith all over him, nothing doing. Down to 7 on the shot clock. McNeely, quick trigger, straight on 3, no good. Niehaus, rebound, pushed. An incidental, but Bush will pick up the foul. And that will be number 1 on the night on D'Angelo Bush. Jamison Niehaus will inbound to Drake Gersma. Student section watching on and all pink here tonight. Lamar Johnson left wing. looking for somebody. And finally, Gersma cuts to the basketball and get a bounce pass from Lamar Johnson. Niehaus at the top. Swings over Hayes off a screen. He was open for a split second. Now Kyle Smith, he'll try. And we're tied at 30. Kyle Smith's second three of the night. He has 11. Nearing 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Say, left wing, swings it over to McNeely. McNeely hesitates, drives free throw line. Over to Bush. Bush spin move down to the right block. Gonna travel. Took a little bit extra off that pivot foot. And it's back to the Bobcats with 6:01 in the third quarter. Looking at that last three made by Kyle Smith. A good one to tie us up at 30 apiece. Don't believe the Bobcats have led here tonight. That first 16 minutes all to the north side of things. Bobcats looking to take their first lead of the night here on the offensive end. Niehaus drops it into Kyle Smith down to the left block. He got kind of trapped. He tried to find Hayes, but it's a turnover, and all the way. Layup is off the front by Bush. Niehaus with it. Up to Gersma. Knifing down to the right side. Reverse layup comes up short. In transition, McNeely ahead. His layup will go, and North with the lead back. Terry and McNeely with 5 tonight. Lamar Johnson, right wing. Cutters galore at the top. Got it to Niehaus. Down to Gersma. And a legal screen on Lamar Johnson. That'll be his second as he was sent that one at the right high post. Coach Apple giving it to the officials, saying he was not even trying to set a screen. Difference of opinions. Bush left wing. Bounce pass. White down the left side and off the glass. White with 10 on the night. And it's back to a 4-point lead for Des Moines North. Gersma at the top, guarded by McNeely. Pretty good amount of rotation there for the Bobcats. Jacob Hayes catches a nice pass and a feed from Lamar Johnson. Jacob Hayes' first bucket of the night. A good find there for the senior. Lamar Johnson having a really solid night. Now the Bobcats tip one away. Kyle Smith comes away with it. Up to Lamar at the midcourt stripe. Up to Niehaus. Driving to the left block. Backing down. Aaron Poe. Bobcats having to take it away. DeCorian White throws it right away into the north bench, out of bounds. And it will be a turnover on the Polar Bears. Back to the Bobcats with 3:48, third quarter. I think I inspired Coach Apple. I told him I like the tucked-in shirt look with the polo, and he's been rocking it with the past couple of games. Kyle Smith, right wing. Over to Niehaus. He usually goes pullover this time of year. Kyle Smith off a screen. Three! Buries it home! Third three of the night for Kyle Smith. And the Bobcats take the lead for the first time tonight. To answer, the three's off the mark. McNeely can't get that one to go. He's tried a bunch here tonight, but McNeely only hit one in the first half. Gersma into the front court. Backing down Say. Say still guarding on him. Niehaus flashing in the paint. Now they go to Lamar Johnson. Kick out top of the key. Come on, Jacob Hayes. No, can't get it to go. But Gersma with a beautiful tip back. It's good. 6 for Gersma and 37-34 the lead for the Cats. Here's side corner three to answer. D'Angelo Bush. That is his first bucket of the night, and a big one at that to knot it up at 37 apiece. Give and go, down to Hayes, loses it behind him. Turnover, Cats. Up to Poe, charges down to the right block. Lamar Johnson almost just took the basketball away, and Poe turned around and started walking, and finally the delay call from the officials. A travel and a turnover on the Polar Bears with 2:03 third quarter, tied at 37 apiece. In on cue, the Bobcat student section letting them know they cannot do that, in fact. Kyle Smith, I think he thought Niehaus was going to cut. Niehaus comes away with it. Bobcats almost turned it over. Head coach Mike Apple wants to slow down the offense. Still have 14 seconds on the shot clock when we come back. Bobcats looking for their 4th victory of the season here tonight inside the Roundhouse on Super Tuesday.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
I'm Will Swartz. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Senior Will Swartz right there in the huddle with the team as well. Tied at 37 between the Polar Bears and the Bobcats. Brandon Lewis with you tonight here on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like button, support our broadcast, and make sure you subscribe and turn on those alerts to get those upcoming game notifications. The timeout, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Kyle Smith. Pocket pick from behind as Lamar took away the pass. Up ahead, DeCorian White charges the rack. The layup is no good, but he's headed to the line for 2 free throws. That'll be the first of the night on Kyle Smith. DeCorian White's second trip of the night. He's 2 of 2 to this point. And the first one hits the front of the iron and drops in. 77% free throw shooter this season. 6'3" senior. Takes the dribbles. And he's 4 of 4 on the night. Go along with 12 points. 2-point lead now for the Polar Bears. Gersma across the timeline. Adam Boone is checked in for the Cats. Gersma left wing, drops it in. Left block, Kyle Smith. Turnaround jumper. Nothing but net. Great shot. Kyle Smith with 2. Having a nice second half. 16 on the night. 7 of those here in the second half. 3 to answer, though. DeCorian White. Mentioned it earlier, 25% from long distance. His first 3 of the night. That one a big one. He has 15 on the evening. White guarding on Gersma. Flips it over to Kyle Smith. Dribbles down, double team. Has to push back out and lose the basketball into the student section. Or excuse me, the bench. North will inbound. Say will run the point. Shot clock is off. Into the forecourt. Coleman comes up, sets a screen. Switch defensively. 3. Feed to Bush. And he knocks it down for the second time tonight. He has 6. Gersma with time running out. Oh, nothing but the bottom of the net. Is not able to hit that long-range 3. 45-39. North with a 6-point advantage as we head to the 4th inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court on KFJB-TV.
Auto loans at Lennox Employees Credit Union are not just for cars. If you are looking to purchase a new or used motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, or other recreational vehicle, look no further. Lennox Employees Credit Union has low loan rates, and the loan process is so easy. Visit lennoxecu.com for rates and membership eligibility information, or go to 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown to visit with one of our loan officers. Lennox Employees Credit Union, member NCUA.
Head coach Mike Apple, his team down by 6, heading to the fourth quarter with 8 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse on a Super Tuesday in the Iowa Lions Conference. Polar Bears 5-3 this year. Bobcats 3-7. Bobcats outscored 15-12 in that third quarter. Polar Bears have scored 15 in every quarter here tonight. First and third quarters, the lowest production of the night for the Bobcats, and that's been pretty typical over the past 2-3 weeks of the season. One thing they lost track of was Lamar Johnson late in that third quarter. He had 14 in the first half, none in the third. Gersma almost picks off a pass to the top to Say. He'll drive to left block. Runner's no good, but the rebound inside by Coleman. Putback is good. Coleman with 5 on the night. It's 47-39. Bobcats going to have to start a run right here. Get back into this one because North has been the team to get to the free throw line. Through 3 quarters, Bobcats have not shot a free throw so far tonight. That's also been a trend, especially since the Fort Dodge game right before Christmas. They didn't shoot a free throw in that game. Last night, Bobcats went 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and again have not shot a free throw here tonight and can't get a bucket to go on the offensive end. Bush drives, kicks, and into the stands on the far side. It's a turnover, Polar Bears. Gersma picked up by Say, swinging it to Niehaus. Now Kyle Smith at the top. Smith cut down the paint, nothing there. Now off a screen, buys a little space and knocks down the 3. 4th 3 of the night for Kyle Smith. A year ago in this game against North, he went 5 of 9 from three-point land. And on his way to getting those kind of numbers here again tonight. Drop it into Coleman. He's off the glass for 2. 7 for the big man in Coleman, who stands at 6'6" and just a sophomore. Gersma bumped by Lamar. Drives to the free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Back to Kyle Smith. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Quick trigger. Rattles in the 3. 5th of the night for Kyle Smith, and the Bobcats are back within 4. Under 5.5 minutes to go in the Roundhouse. Say, give and go to Coleman. Hangs on the rack. Shot was no good. They say Lamar Johnson bumped him. There's that last 3 by Kyle Smith. Loves those wing shots. We're going to get a timeout on the floor before free throws. That was the 4th foul of the night on Lamar Johnson. When we come back, Coleman will be at the line.
At Greg Young Automotive, we go the extra mile for our customers across Iowa. Why do customers choose us and keep coming back? Because our commitment to exceptional service and satisfaction never wavers. With our extensive network of dealerships throughout Iowa, we leverage unbeatable pricing and offer a better inventory selection than other dealerships. Visit any of our 6 locations across the state and experience the Greg Young difference, where we'll go the extra mile for you.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Arian Hancock and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back inside the Roundhouse. Gonna have to be a little cardiac cat fashion here tonight for the Bobcats. Come back and be victorious, but so far Kyle Smith helping the Bobcats outscore the Polar Bears 6-4 in the fourth quarter. He's knocked down a couple of really big threes. But Coleman was fouled in transition as Lamar Johnson picked up his 4th foul of the night. And Coleman will be at the line for 2. Just 1 of 4 at the line is Coleman. As the sophomore, a 43% free throw shooter. And that one will rattle out for Coleman as it rolls off the left side. Got to think that elementary crowd down there on the baseline. Coleman will hit just his 2nd free throw of the night. 2 of 6 at the stripe. It's a 5-point game on George Funk Court. Up to Kyle Smith. He cuts it within 2. 3rd three of the fourth quarter for Kyle Smith. He is on fire. Getting back defensively there, you see. Say up high. Down the right side of the paint. Flips it to Lamar. Tied up at the free throw stripe. Back to Say. Out of Coleman, guarded by Hayes. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Coleman being beckoned out for a screen. They don't use it, go the other way. Underhand flip by Say is no good. Clear out to Gersma's. Going to push it across the 10-second line. Zane Moore on the right wing. Dribbling to the top. We're not seeing Zane Moore, Niehaus really take a shot here tonight. Hand off to Kyle Smith, trying to buy some space. Over to Jacob Hayes, give and go. Kyle Smith to the rack. It won't go, but he draws 2 free throws. Coleman will pick up the foul. First of the night for Demir Coleman. 2 free throws for Kyle Smith. Tops on the team at 77% from the stripe. And the first one is good. Aaron Poe, Javion Hanson check back in for the Polar Bears. 2nd free throw to come for Kyle Smith. This, if it's good, it will tie the game at 50. And we're tied. DeCorian White's back into the game. He'll replace Nazir Lamar. 3:59 to go. Well, definitely the crowd feeling it, involved here tonight in the Roundhouse in a tight-knit match. Hitting the deck as McNeely's shot can't go, but Coleman got the rebound. Now Poe, layup as good as he knifes in from the left wing. And Aaron Poe, here in the fourth quarter, makes his first bucket of the night. Two-point advantage for the Polar Bears. Kyle Smith coming off a screen down to the right block, guarded by Poe. He'll back him down. Tries to go up and under him, but knew the defense was there, backed it out to Hayes' left wing. Gersma gets past the defender. Coleman swats away the shot. Coleman the last to touch. It'll remain with the Cats, but 1 second on the shot clock. This is where Brynjar Brynjolfsson draws up those good plays, and here it is. Niehaus does not draw iron. Boy, that was almost a foul. Niehaus went up with it. Coach Apple was very animated right now as Brynja Brynjolfsson gets him to come back. And Bobcat fans not happy about the no foul call, but boy, I tell you what, if we get a look at that, Niehaus hitting the deck on the inbound play. Definitely looked like he was pushed in midair. White over the midcourt stripe. At the basketball now, Coleman. They try backdoor to Poe. Gersma almost knocked it away. Give it back to Coleman. Backs down Hayes. Shoots over top for two. Coleman having a good fourth quarter. He has 10 now. It's a 4-point game. Gersma guarded by Hansen. Hands off. Zane Moore. Now a handoff to Hayes. Not a whole lot doing up there. And that's going to be a legal screen. Actually a hold defensively. I think that's why that looked like maybe it was an illegal screen, but couldn't quite see that angle right there on that inbound play for the Bobcats. Foul came in on DeCorian White. And 5-second call. Hayes can't get it in bounds. And it's a turnover on the Cats with 2:15 to go in the game. That's very costly turnover, down by 4. Poe stops free throw line. White cuts. Left block. It's good. Well, it's basically a 2-possession game right now. Gersma drives in, gets a quick bucket. Eight points for Gersma. 1:40 to go. McNeely up high, drops it to Coleman. Kyle Smith picks his pocket. Up to Niehaus. Got to get it over the timeline. Up to Kyle Smith near side. Smith hesitates. Poe guarding on him, picks him up. But before that happens, a timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. Bobcats down by 4 with 1:25 to go, fourth quarter.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Crunch time for the Cardiac Cats. Lamar Johnson in the middle of that huddle. He has 14. And just like that, Kyle Smith with 28 points tonight. Last night he had 29 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals against Jefferson. And Kyle Smith really starting to heat up for the Cats. Those two have single-handedly kept the Cats in this one. Drake Gersma with 8. He was our player of the game last night. Jacob Hayes, the only other scorer, he has a 2-point bucket. Now the timeout taken by head coach Mike Apple. Gersma has it left wing. High point the basketball, gets it to Lamar Johnson, top of the key. Down to Niehaus. Lamar Johnson loses it, gathers it back in. Gersma, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Things are running out. Gersma, late dish, hand off to Kyle Smith on the rack. It hangs and drops in. 30 for Kyle Smith. We're under a minute. 2-point game. Gersma and Hayes out on White. Dropping for Coleman. Taken away by Johnson. Up to Kyle Smith. Now Gersma and a timeout. Last timeout of the night taken by Marshalltown as Coach Apple wants this one to count. Bobcats can tie or take the lead when we come back. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB TV.
Make the equity in your home work for you with the home equity loan from Lennox Employees Credit Union. Crush high-interest credit card debt and make needed improvements to your home. You have the power to refinance and change your financial life. With the lower interest rate, repayment is more comfortable than paying those high credit card interest rates. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB TV is sponsored by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Greg Young Chevrolet of Marshalltown. Drive with Greg Young and experience top auto service and selection. And Lennox Employees Credit Union, lennoxecu.com.
Well, while we were away, North ends up extending the timeout by taking a timeout of their own. They'll have 3 remaining here inside on George Funk Court on KFJB TV. While they do that, we'll step aside. This is Bobcat basketball. You're watching KFJB TV. Well, you don't see too many back-to-back timeouts called in high school basketball, but North still has plenty to burn. They still have 3 timeouts remaining in this one as they lead it just by 2. And it's Bobcat basketball. Niehaus will inbound. It's to Jacob Hayes. Handing off to Gersma. About a 7-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Inside, Lamar Johnson stuffed by Coleman, but last touch by North. Say was in disbelief as Lamar Johnson hustled after that one, but the official saying Lamar Johnson did not touch it. And so with 16 seconds on the shot clock, Bobcats will keep the basketball. Off a screen, Kyle Smith off the mark, misses left. And White, he will be fouled in the backcourt by Jamison Niehaus. Second of the night on Niehaus. Second team foul. 3 more fouls to give before it sends North to line as we're down to just 15 seconds in this game. Bobcats really only hope right now. That was a good look by Kyle Smith, but just well off the mark. In the backcourt to White. Foul picked up. 2 seconds come off the clock. So second foul on Kyle Smith. Bobcats have to commit 2 more fouls to send North to the line. And Say is fouled promptly by Gersma on the inbound. So 1 more foul to come. 12.5 seconds to go. Lamar Johnson, the only man really in foul trouble right now. He has 4. And Zane Moore will promptly foul Aaron Poe on the inbound. And Aaron Poe on the season, an 81% free throw shooter coming into tonight's action. Just 1 bucket tonight, so 2 for Aaron Poe. But does have the track record of knocking him down at the stripe. So 2 to come here. Bobcats have to hope for at least 1 to be off the mark. All the young fans making the noise as Poe looks on. Getting ready to go, and it's no good. So Bobcats still have a shot with 11.5 seconds to go, as Aaron Poe misses the first one. They're making some noise down there on the baseline. Look at him here at the roundhouse. Aaron Poe taking his time, shaking things off. One dribble, free throw is good. It's a 3-point game. Gersma gets the inbounds. 8 seconds to go. Gersma up the court with 6. Over to Kyle Smith. Bad pass. Kyle Smith with 2 seconds. 1 second. Long range shot is well off the mark. And the Bobcats had a chance at the end. But a lack of ball control does them in at the end. And North escapes with the victory by 3, 57-54 as both teams meet at midcourt. North goes to 6-3. Bobcats fall to 3-8. Definitely a very good bounce-back effort here tonight after loss against Jefferson last night. But again, same result. Bobcats now on a 4-game losing streak. Coming up, it is the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. We'll name our player of the game and also talk to head coach Mike Apple. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you need a new recliner to relax in, or perhaps a new dining set for the whole family, shop McGregor's. They also have a good selection of luxurious sectional sofas. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from the McGregor's friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selection from McGregor's Furniture and Mattress downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into the Marshalltown Roundhouse. This is the Locker Room Report here tonight. It's all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. Brandon Lewis with you. Nail biter tonight. Almost the Cardiac Cats coming back and winning here tonight, but couldn't do it at the end. As almost a forced turnover on a bad pass by the Bobcats, and Gersma tried to find Kyle Smith. His desperation 3 just didn't have enough on it, trying to gather the basketball in as time was ticking down. And an unfortunate end to this one. Bobcats with just 4 players in scoring here tonight. Meanwhile, for North, they had 8 players score here tonight. So a little bit of a difference in how they went about things, but nevertheless, just a 3-point loss for the Bobcats on their home floor here tonight. All right, so Bobcat leading scorer tonight, Kyle Smith with 30. He made 6 threes. Drake Gersma with 8. Lamar Johnson at 14, but all of that came in the first half. A little bit of foul trouble in the second half. He had to ride the pine a little bit. He was playing with 4 points there late in the game. There's Kyle Smith knocking down one of his big threes. In the fourth quarter, he made 3 of them. Jacob Hayes, the only other Bobcat to score. He finishes with 2. Javion Hanson had 8. All of those came in the second quarter for Des Moines North. 6 for D'Angelo Bush, who knocked down 3 big threes in the third quarter. Demir Coleman came alive late. He had 10 points. A lot of that production came late in this basketball game. Nazir Lamar finishes with 5. 3-apiece for JJCA, as well as Aaron Poe. DeCorian White with 17 tonight. And Terrian McNeely finishes with 5 here tonight for the Des Moines North Polar Bears. So 57-54 the final. North moves to 6-3. They move on to Lincoln next Tuesday night. They've got Friday off this week. Meanwhile, the Bobcats drop to 3-8. They have a trip in store Friday night to to Des Moines Roosevelt. We'll name our player of the game when we come back. This is the Locker Room Report presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is sponsored by Sports Plus, sportsplusTherapy.com. Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you develop strategies for pursuing your financial goals.
Time to name our player of the game, all brought to you by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites, all you have to say is Opa. Kyle Smith, our player of the game, 6 threes knocked down. He finishes with 30 points to knock those down here tonight, as they were not able to knock off the Des Moines North Polar Bears. Congrats, Kyle Smith receives a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill in Marshalltown. We'll visit with head coach Mike Apple when we come back. This is the Locker Room Report. You're watching KFJB-TV.
What does OPA mean? OPA means joy, enthusiasm, and approval. And when you dine at OPA Grill in Marshalltown, you'll understand why. With their made-to-order pasta, soups, and salads made daily with the freshest ingredients. Favorites include chicken parmesan pan-fried to perfection, fresh and light chicken lemon rice soup, and their signature OPA salad topped with seasoned gyro meat. OPA Grill Family Restaurant in Marshalltown, where you can dine in or drive through. All you have to say is OPA!
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Back in on the Locker Room Report, our post-game chat with Coach, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Coach, boy, great effort here tonight. This was a heck of a basketball game. Your team really battled here down the line. What'd you make of their effort?
Great effort tonight. You know, complete 180 from last night and what we saw. So, our guys answered the bell. We really challenged them to be focused and be prepared to play a game and play hard. You know, that's the consistent things we need to do. And we were able to do that really well tonight, and it gave ourselves a chance to win.
A little bit of a pass off the line there at the end. What'd you make of the execution there at the end? You had a shot.
It's great execution. That's exactly what we wanted. You know, Lamar set a great screen for Kyle. Kyle came open. You know, we'll take that. We'll take that every time, obviously, and it just didn't fall. But good execution. We ran some really nice things tonight and got the ball to Kyle where he could get some shots off, and he made them and got it going, and that helped us a lot. But just defensive effort, defensive game plan as well. Did some different things where we're trapping ball screens, handoffs, and we haven't really done that a lot. So proud of our guys, kind of something new and responding well to it.
Sorry, I just got a tickle in my throat. I didn't cough all night long, Coach. But boy, this is one where you kind of look. They had production all over the place, but they had 8 guys in scoring. But I felt like White. Yeah, you had a solid night here tonight, but your defense really, I thought, played and hung in there well. They're going to get their shots no matter what.
They are, and just taking away those easy ones, with us trapping some of that stuff, we gotta rotate, and we're giving up some threes. I think it was number 5 had 3 makes on the year from 3, and he hit 3 tonight. So those are things that kind of you got to live with a little bit, just based on the numbers and percentages. But they're a tough team, and that's kind of our message before the game is just toughness. We have to be tougher and be ready to play and match guys' effort and toughness and get after it. And we did a really nice job of that tonight.
Lamar Johnson had 14, but all that came in the first half. What do you think kind of changed with him on the scoring end?
They kind of did a better job of not losing him. Lamar did a nice job. We got a few leak outs in transition where guys found him and he cut to the rim and did a nice job of finishing. Got him on a few sets, getting him easy layups, and they did a little better job of taking some of that stuff away where he wasn't getting as many easy baskets.
He's so fun to watch, though, with his intensity, rebounding, and those putbacks.
Yeah, he's what you're going to get with him. He's going to give effort. He's typically guarding their best player, and he doesn't come out of the game a lot. So that's a really hard thing to do, and Lamar has taken that role on and excelled at it and never complained, and just shows great leadership from him.
Looking forward to Friday night. You'll be at Roosevelt. What are you going to use the next couple days to work on here?
Well, we did a nice job of just taking a few things away that teams, can do, and we just based on our personnel, we struggle with the drive sometimes. So just understanding a few guys we try and take away, whether it be denying or trapping. We just need to implement that and rotate guys to where it's not just one guy doing it the whole night, and get other guys understanding how to do that and take turns on, some of the other team's best players.
Well, really fun one to watch. We'll talk to you Friday night.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Bobcats fall again at home by 3. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. One final time. 57-54 the final as North takes down your Marshalltown Bobcats. Coming up on Friday night, Bobcats head on the road to Des Moines Roosevelt. Tip-off right around 6:15 in the girls' game. Boys will tip off following that one. Coverage starts at 6 here on KFJB-TV. Also, Bobcat Live on Thursday night. As Bobcat Live, Dylan Dose will be hosting from 6 to 7 at Rosie's inside Wayward Social. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew. David Braga, our producer. Keith Stewart, Lincoln Eastman on camera. I'm Brandon Lewis. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics right here on KFJB-TV.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is made possible by Assured Partners, Greg Young of Marshalltown, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, The Gregors Furniture and Mattress, Sports Plus, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, Marshalltown School District, Scooters of Marshalltown, State Farm, mtownproud.com.